Hi, I'm Robert Begley talking about an example of then, now, and how the principles of this kind of story. So I'll run through back in 2004, winter, New York City. Blanca, I'm moving out. Robert, okay. After 7 years of marriage, the pain of divorce. Anybody have their heart broken? Yeah. It wasn't easy for me to leave an apartment on Central Park South and move up to Harlem because now every day I got to see kids jumping over turnstiles to run onto the subway. And once they were on the subway, they would play this game called Guess the Fluid. As I realized, nope, I'm not in Midtown Manhattan anymore. Then my sister said, Robert, my rent control apartment is going to be available in a couple of months. Want to live there? Whoa, I am all over that. Roughly $1,000 a month, definitely cheaper than market value. That's the good side. The bad side, rent control means it's not really in the landlord's interest to keep the apartment up to snuff. So I had these old two-pronged outlets, and one of them I had an adapter going into a power strip where all my electronics devices were plugged into. The problem was whenever it rained and I was on the top floor, the roof would leak and I would see how close that water would go right to the power strip. Every night I expected to wake up with it. The building manager, this tall guy, um, whenever he'd see me, he'd be like, I know your sister doesn't live there. Basically threatening me because her name was on the lease. So whenever I was with somebody, I would have them go downstairs first and then just text me all clear because I was afraid to run into this guy. It was very menacing. So, in other words, I'm not really enjoying this rent controlled situation. I'm saving money though. Then the mice. Whenever I would see mice, I would tell them nobody who has more legs than me lives here. Well, this was not an ideal situation. That was then. Wasn't really happy with my job, wasn't happy with my living situation, and definitely wasn't happy in romance. Now let's come to now. Ah, with the woman of my dreams in the apartment of my dreams, sunny freedom of Florida. Absolutely love what I'm doing, especially coaching people, getting new clients all the time. And this is where I belong. This is the kind of situation where I belong, especially when every morning, Dearest and I have a toast to love. So that was then, this is now. How? How did I get here? How did I go from being rock bottom, 2004, 5, to now being on top of the world? Well, a couple of ways, but one thing about me is I'm always trying to find ways to create value in relationships, friendships, business relationships, etc. And a few years ago, I took this certified world-class speaking program with my hero, Craig Valentine. And then since then have joined Stage Time University, and just speaking is front and center, big, gigantic part of my life. And everything has turned around since then. So, point here is that it's important to follow your passion, but be good at that passion. Be good enough that people will spend money on you and solve the problem, solve a problem for them. Namely, guess what? Your message ain't getting across that clear. Even if you have good ideas, people are yawning in the back of the room. So in your case, I could say, what problem will you solve so that you can go from then to now to how? See you tomorrow.